Cross your legs and sit up nice and tall on your sits bones. You can move the flesh out of the way. If this cross-legged position isn't comfortable, find another way to sit that feels comfortable to you, perhaps on your heels. And as you ground down into your sits bones, float up through your spine, all the way up through your crown. And begin to focus on your surroundings, moving your attention inward toward yourself, toward the present moment. If it feels comfortable, you can close your eyes or stare, soften your gaze somewhere in front of you. And begin to just observe your breath moving in and out of your body, noticing the very tip of your nose, at which point your breath first makes contact with your body. Notice where it's traveling through the throat, through the lungs. Maybe you can feel it expanding other organs into your belly, which is what is meant by taking a deep belly breath. And then start to deepen your breath by extending the exhales. So taking a natural inhale. And as you exhale, using your diaphragm to push more of the air out of your lungs to make room for a bigger natural inhale. So without forcing at all, you can inhale quite a bit deeper. Do that a few more rounds. Extending your exhale. Natural inhale through the nose. Let's do 3 rounds of big breath in and out. So inhaling through the nose, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale through the mouth, making whatever noise you'd like all 3 times. So inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, maybe making a sound with the mouth or whatever feels good. Last time, inhale, sit up nice and tall. Big exhale. Great. And flutter the eyes open, gently coming back to the space. As we inhale, we'll reach our arms up nice and tall towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, just bring it back down to our sides. So pairing the breath with the movement, inhale, reach up. Exhale, allowing the arms to come back down to our sides. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come down. This time, inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, twist to your right, placing your hands on the floor behind you and on your knee, your right knee. Inhale, reach up nice and tall through the crown. And as you exhale, gently twist just a little bit deeper, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale deep into your belly. And exhale, unwind, coming back to center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, twisting to the left this time. Gently placing your hand on your left knee. Inhale, reach up through the crown. Exhale, twist deeper, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale deep into your belly. And as you exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, reach up one more time. Exhale, drop your right arm down to the mat, reaching nice and long on the exhale, extending through your left side body. Inhale deep into your side. And as you exhale, coming back up. So last time on the left side, this time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop to the left, reach with the right. Inhale deep into your side body. And as you exhale, coming back up to seated. Coming out of seated position onto hands and knees. So wrists are right under your shoulders, knees are right under your hips. As we inhale, coming to our cow position, so dropping the navel, lifting the heart, your eyes, and your tailbone. Exhaling, lifting the navel into the spine, rounding through the back body. Inhaling, rounding through the front body. Heart shines forward, and exhale, rounding through the back body. So really testing the limits of your back flexibility here. In either direction, rounding through the front, or as you exhale, rounding through the back. And you go ahead and move with the pace of your own breath, so don't worry about keeping in sync with me. Follow your inhale. And as soon as you get to your peak inhale, you'll immediately transition, noticing that the breath is a wave. It never really stops unless you ask it to. It keeps moving in and out. Last round, full inhale, arching through the front body, full exhale, arching through the back body. And then coming into our neutral tabletop. Let's move the hands out in front of us a little bit further in front of our shoulder, and then we'll do some hip circles. You can do big hip circles, you can do small hip circles. And what we're doing here is keeping the, we're moving through the hip joints. So the femur bone is rolling around in your pelvic bone, in your pelvis, and we're bringing synovial fluid into the joints. So you can really switch directions when you want, take these circles nice and big or small, really feel through your hips and see what kind of stretching, what kind of contracting feels good in your body. Maybe you get a nice hip stretch on one side. Maybe it feels good to be nice and long through the hip flexors. And when you're done exploring that movement, come to a pause, hips in the center. Inhale your right arm up nice and long towards the sky, spiral your heart up towards that direction. And as you exhale, thread between your left hand and left knee, allowing your upper body to rest, your head and your shoulder, your right shoulder on the ground. Take a big inhale into this twist here, pressing a little bit into your left hand. And exhale, coming back up. Right hand on the ground. Inhale, reach up with the left, heart shines upwards. And as you exhale, threading between right hand and knee, resting head and shoulder on the ground. Big inhale deep into this twist. Exhale, coming back up. Inhale, right arm up again. Exhale, twist. Inhale, deepen into that bend. Exhale, untwist. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, thread. Inhale deep into your belly. And exhale, coming back up. Bringing our hands again into all fours. Tuck your toes, lift your butt up and back. Pressing the floor away from you with your hands. We're in our first downward facing dog. Go ahead and paddle out your feet. Get a nice stretch through the back of the legs. Really stretching through the back of your shin. Maybe this is all the way up to the back of your hamstrings. You can bring some little side to side movements with your hips, wagging your tail in your dog. Stretching through the side body. Feels like a big body yawn to me. Love it. And then starting to find stillness in this downward dog. Maybe your knees are bent slightly or generously. Either way, that's totally fine. It should still be waking you up through the back of the legs. Take 2 rounds of breath here. Big inhale through the nose. Noisy breath through the mouth, however you'd like. Inhale through the nose. Noisy breath out of the mouth. Fluttering the lips is what I like. Relieves a little tension in the face and jaw. Inhale up to the balls of your feet and take several steps up towards the front of your mat. So we're in a forward fold. You can keep, again, a small or generous bend in your knees, or you can bring yourself to blocks if you have them. And just hang out here for a moment, clasping opposite elbows and gently swaying from side to side. If you're feeling any kind of pulling in your low back, bend your knees a little bit more and give your low back some space. And gently rock, nodding your head yes, shaking it no. Making sure your neck is nice and loose and your upper body is very heavy. And bring your hands down to the floor, placing your left hand in the middle of the mat. Inhale, yawn your arm up. And as you exhale, you'll replace your left hand with your right. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, left down or right down. Inhale, left up. Last time. And exhale, left comes down. Give yourself a nice generous bend in the knees and then slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. All the way to standing at the front of the mat. Feet should be about hip-width distance apart. The sides of the feet are parallel to the sides of your mat, so toes are pointing straight forward. We'll root down through our heels, lift through the kneecaps to strengthen through the legs, reach the tailbone down towards the ground, and rise up through our crown. So nice and tall, gazes forward, energy through the fingertips. We're in a nice, strong, rooted mountain pose. Take a big inhale through the nose and an exhale out of your mouth. Next inhale, reaching the fingertips and the gaze up as you root down through your heels. Exhale, folding forward with a flat back, hinging at your hips, coming to either blocks or all the way to the floor. Inhale, shine your heart forward for halfway lift. Exhale, place both hands on the floor, step all the way back into a plank pose, and we'll hold it here. Take a nice big inhale through the nose, big exhale through the mouth. And then gently press forward with your toes, keeping your elbows pinned into your body, slowly making your way all the way to the floor. Hands are on either side of your chest, elbows clenching in towards your body. Inhale, use the strength of your back to lift up as you press your legs downward into the ground. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Last time, we'll lift our hands off the floor, inhale up a little higher, and exhale, come all the way down. Hands come to either side of the chest again. Press up either through half plank or through full plank, and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. One more like that. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, come up to the balls of your feet. This time you can several steps, or try taking 2 steps up to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do that again a little faster. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Shine that heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Slowly lower all the way to the floor. Inhale, come up to low cobra. Exhale, untuck the toes. Come up through full plank or half plank. Everybody meeting in downward dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Pressing the floor away from you. Take another round of breath. Heels reaching down towards the earth. Inhale, come up to the balls of your feet. This time you can take little steps, 2 big steps, or you can bend your knees, look where you want to land, and jump to the front of your mat. Landing in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last time, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, and slowly lower down all the way, or stop in chaturanga halfway. Pull the heart forward. Transition through upward dog. Wherever you are, transition into downward dog. So if you're an up dog, you'll roll over the tops of your feet. Everybody ending in downward dog. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more just like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last time, inhale and exhale. Coming up on your next inhale to the balls of your feet. Choose your own adventure. Step, walk, or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Reach up, look. Exhale, hands come to heart center. And let's pause here for a moment. So without adjusting your stance or your clothing or your hair to the best of your abilities, just stay exactly where you landed. Eyes closed, focus inward. And just take a moment to observe yourself without judgment. So not trying to change anything, not trying to perfect or to criticize, just taking inventory, getting curious. What's my breath like? What thoughts are coming up for me? What emotions are coming up for me? And when you're ready, you can release that observation practice. We'll come back to it. And again, starting in mountain pose with our feet parallel to our mats, grounding down through our heels, getting some nice music from my neighbor. Grounding down through the heels, lifting through the kneecaps, rooting down through your tailbone, and then reaching up long through your crown as you reach down to the ground with your fingertips. So lots of dynamic tension here. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. This time as we exhale, we're gonna sit back in a chair. So just like if you were gonna sit back into a chair that's not there. Take a look down at your feet. If you're in something like this and it's pretty hard to see your toes, reach your bum backwards by dragging your shins backward in space. Sit nice and deep. Inhale the heart upwards, and then exhale, fold forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So again, shining heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, Step all the way back to plank. Forward, or excuse me, not forward folds. Go down through chaturanga or all the way to the ground and do low cobra or upward facing dog. And then everybody exhale, meeting in downward dog. Inhale the right leg up here. Exhale, open up the hips. Make sure both of your shoulders are still facing the mat. And go ahead and roll out your right leg, making big knee circles. And then option 2, hang out here, or if you'd like to flip your dog, continue, allow your weight to flip you over as you press the left arm into the ground, lift through the hips, and make a long line out of the right side of your body. Wild thing. Slowly make your way back to three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, drop the right foot down. Lower your left knee. Inhale, come on up to low lunge. The tendency here is to have your right hip sneak forward and kind of dump into your left hip flexor. Let's strengthen through the left glute. Pull the right hip back. Allow there to be a little space between your leg and your belly. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, open into a twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open opposite twist towards your left side. Inhale, reach up. Slight back bend. Then exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, and travel through your flow. So either through upward dog or low cobra. Everybody meeting in downward dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, opening up the hips. Again, checking in with your shoulders. Try to get them both staying parallel with the mat. Draw some nice big knee circles. Bringing fluid into the hip joint, getting it nice and moisturized. Option to stay here in downward, three-legged dog. Or if you did it on the other side, you can try flipping dog into wild thing. So lifting through the hips, nice long line through the left arm. And when you're ready, slowly, with control, coming back to three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, plant the foot and untuck or bring your right knee to the ground. Inhale, rise up, checking in with your base. So tightening through the right glute this time, dragging the left hip back in space a little bit so you have a nice, solid, firm foundation. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, rise up. Little back bend. And exhale, plant the hands. Lift the right knee and the left foot back and travel through your flow. Everybody meeting in downward dog. Big inhale through the nose and big open mouth exhale. 2 more like that. Inhale, nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming up to the balls of your feet. Again, choosing your own adventure, step, walk, or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, reach up, look up. And then the last time we're gonna exhale, coming into our chair. Surprise, sorry about that. Reach the high knee back so that you can see the feet below you. Inhale, lift your heart up just a little higher. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And again, we pause. So coming back to our neutral observation exercise. So again, we're just getting curious, watching ourselves, observing ourselves without judgment and without reaction. So, you know, if you have an itch, see what happens when you don't scratch it. If you have a thought or an emotion, see what happens when you just allow it to be and not answer the call necessarily. So just noticing qualities of the breath, noticing qualities of the mind and our thoughts, noticing qualities of our emotional weather. And when you're ready, you can release that, really taking advantage of adjusting or doing whatever you want. Great job. Okay. Let's again come back to our mountain pose. So rooting down through the heels, feet parallel to the sides of the mat, tailbone reaching down, lifting through the crown, through the sternum, reaching the fingertips down. Big inhale, big exhale. This time we'll inhale, reach up nice and long. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the leg up into your chest. Exhale, step it all the way back, like you're in a big kind of lunge. Your back foot is 45 degrees angled towards the front. We'll inhale to swoop the arms all the way up. So we're in our warrior one pose, knee no further than your ankle. Big inhale, sitting nice and deep. And exhale. Inhale, flip the left palm, reach forward. As you exhale, you'll reverse your warrior. Check in with your back leg. Make sure that's still nice and strong and straight. Inhale deep here. And as you exhale, you'll spiral the arm down. Place it either on your knee and stretch the right arm forward, or you can place it on a block or come all the way down to the floor. And we're creating a nice long line through the left side body from heel all the way through, or excuse me, right side body through the right fingertips. Big inhale, check in with your back leg, make sure it's nice and strong. And as you exhale, you'll reach the right arm up, coming back effortlessly into your warrior two pose. And exhale, spiraling down, step the left foot back, traveling through your version of a vinyasa flow. Everybody exhaling, meeting in downward facing dog. Pressing the floor away, take a couple rounds of breath, heels reaching down towards the earth, navel lifted. This time we'll inhale the left leg up, exhale, knee to nose, drop, oops, wrong foot. Inhale, right foot up, exhale, knee to nose. Step the right foot forward between the hands, spiral left heel comes down, and then inhale, whoosh, all the way up to warrior two. So you might need to widen your stance just to make sure your knee is not overextending your ankle. Gaze softly over your right fingertips. Big inhale, big exhale. flip the right palm up. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reach it back. Checking in with your left leg, making sure it's nice and strong. And as you exhale, bring right arm to right knee, extending through the left side body. So again, elbow to knee, hand to block, hand to floor, whatever feels like your best expression. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, coming back up to warrior two, inhaling, spiraling the hands back down to the floor, step the right foot back, and traveling again through your vinyasa. Everybody meeting in downward dog. Big inhale through the nose, big exhale, open mouth. This time we can come down to our knees, press our seat gently back onto our heels, and just rock the forehead back and forth. You can take your knees wide if that feels better. Big inhale through the nose, big exhale through the mouth. And slowly walk your hands in and roll up one vertebrae at a time to seated. We'll bring our heels out from under us. So we're coming onto our sits bones. You might want to elevate your hips here. That'll make this straight-legged pose easier for you if your tendency is to round through the back here. So sitting up nice and tall on your sits bones. We'll inhale the arms, reach them up, look up. And as you exhale, folding forward, reaching for whatever it is you want to reach for. Maybe your knees are bent here if this is too tight, or again, you can elevate your hips. Nice and long, extended through the back body. And as we exhale, folding deeper. Inhale, reach nice and long through the crown. Exhale, fold deeper. Last time, inhale, nice and long through the crown. Exhale, fold deeper. And slowly rolling up. Oh, lift the right leg, cross it over the left. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twisting through the right, or excuse me, to the right, using the left elbow for leverage, looking over our right shoulder. It's a nice twist here. Breathe deep into the belly on your inhale. And exhale, slowly coming out of that. Extending the right leg. Left foot comes up this time. So if you can, right foot is nice and straight. Left foot is just crossed over by your right hip. Inhale, right arm up this time. Exhale, twist, using the right knee for leverage with the right elbow. Inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, twisting deeper, looking over the left shoulder. Big inhale. And as you exhale, coming out of the twist, releasing that, and scooting the bottom forward. We'll bring our arms up nice and straight out in front of us. So again, we're sitting up nice and high on those sits bones. So to the best of your ability, use your front body to pull your back body straight. Slowly lower onto your sits bones until you can easily lift, or relatively easily lift your shins off the ground. They're parallel to the ground, or you can extend them and do Navasana with your arms and legs extend. So for now, we'll do this. Inhaling nice and deep, long through the neck. Exhale, open mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, flutter the lips. And then bring your feet back to the floor. Come forward in a rest and give yourself a nice big hug. We'll bring the arms back up in front of us, sitting up on our sits bones, and then slowly roll down to the floor, one vertebrae at a time, until you get all the way there. And then bring our feet out to the edges, the wide edges of our mat, and just windshield wiper your knees back and forth, loosening up your lower back, and shaking out the hips. And bring your feet in next to your sits bones. Scrunch your shoulders underneath you, and then press your heels into the ground. Float your hips up into the air. Clasp your wrists or your hands underneath you. Lift through the hips, breathe deep into the belly. And as you exhale, unscrunch your shoulders, unclasp your hands, and slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time, back until your tailbone is on the ground. We'll do this again, so starting with scrunching of the shoulders up underneath us, pressing through the heels to float the hips up. We clasp our fingers. Big inhale. Big exhale, unclasping, releasing the shoulders, slowly rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Wonderful. And bring your arms out to either side of you, either in a big T, or you can use cactus arms. Lift the knees up so the shins are parallel to the floor. And as you exhale, drop your knees to the right of your body, looking over your left shoulder. So left shoulder may or may not be touching the ground. It's reaching in that general direction. You might be getting some nice big stretch through the low back, through the hips. This could feel very differently from body to body, even from the same body from day to day. And just start to move from taking specific shapes to really allowing this to be more of a time for rest. So expanding your breath through the body, sending relaxation, sending release, sending the message to let go. Noticing where there's areas of tension and just gently sending it love and compassion. And slowly bringing the legs up through center. Dropping them across to the left side as we gaze over our right shoulder this time. Again, right shoulder might not be touching the floor. It might just be reaching in that general direction. And continuing on with a neutral observation practice, just noticing where there is tension, where there's maybe a great sensation, feels good, feels tight, feels like I'm holding on, just noticing. And maybe sending your breath or a message of love or compassion or release or letting go, whatever works for you. Just trying to get our body to realize in this moment, there's nothing to do. In this moment, there's nowhere to be. In this moment, everything that doesn't have to work to keep alive can relax. So all my muscles, my soft tissue can just melt down towards the floor. And gently coming back up through center. We'll grab our big toes with our peace sign fingers, or you can grab the outer edges of your foot or your shins, whatever is accessible. And just gently rocking from side to side, massaging through your hips and through your low back. Giving ourselves a nice little massage. How about that? Maybe you introduce some happy baby sounds to this happy baby pose. Maybe you flutter your lips. Maybe you stick out your tongue. Or maybe you laugh. Maybe you smile. Whatever feels good. And then decide if there's something else your body needs right now as a pose or a movement. You can go ahead and take that. Otherwise, you can extend your legs. Maybe put a bolster under your legs if your low back hurts when you're lying on the floor like this. Extend your arms. And start to find stillness here. We're moving into Shavasana, or corpse pose, and we'll be here for a number of rounds of breath, just natural breath. So not needing to force inhales, exhales. You might find yourself dozing off, in which case you might need a nap more than you need Shavasana, and that's okay, so long as you have the time. And just allowing your body to rest into the floor, allowing your body to receive support. Sometimes the inclination is to brace for impact always, even if there's no impact. That kind of memory when we're in go, go, go stage can live within our body. And so these moments where you can practice resting are something to be grateful for. And that's what we're doing right now, is just practicing resting. If you want to continue with the neutral observation practice, you can do that. Just allowing your thoughts to wander, allowing your emotions to be what they will, just noticing whatever comes up without judgment, without trying to change it. Just kind of patiently, lovingly watching yourself and seeing what yourself is saying to you. You can also use this time to just let your mind wander, so you can actively watch. You can let go of the watching practice and just be. You can also do a relaxation meditation where you think of different parts of your body that you want to relax. Maybe you start at the head and move towards the toes. Name in your mind what part of your body you'd like to relax and see if that helps. Whichever practice you've decided on, observing, just being, doing the body scan, start to come back to the room, into your body. So maybe tap into the sensation of breath in your body. Maybe that's your chest or your belly rising and falling. Maybe it's the sensation of your clothes on your body or your body touching the floor. And start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, just waking up gently. Take a nice big inhale and stretch the arms overhead. Big body yawn. Big exhale through the mouth. And gently rolling over onto your side, cradling your head in the fetal position. Take a breath or two here, and then gently press yourself up to a seated position, whatever seated position is most comfortable for you. And we'll do a quick closing meditation. So keeping the eyes closed, or if they're open, the focus inward. Bringing hands to knees, palms down or palms up, whatever feels the best for you. Rooting down through our sits bones, reaching up nice and tall through the crown. We'll take 3 rounds of breath. Big inhale through the nose. Big open mouth exhale. 2 more, nice and big, energizing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last time, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we'll bring our hands, palms together at our heart, lifting our thumb up, touching it to our third eye. And we'll bow forward. Maybe you can access a sense of gratitude. I thank you for practicing. I thank myself for practicing, and I'm glad that we can be here together this day.